Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls, the Prepare to Die edition. Now, we're back in the Crystal Caves, which is where we fought Seek the Scaleless. And I just wanted to show you kind of a typical late game run for items and for souls. Now, the thing about these man-eater shells is, let's equip our symbol of avarice. They may not give you the most souls, but they drop Twinkling Titanite as a common drop. So, stupid. So it can be really good to actually come and farm these things. And with the symbol of avarice and me losing a lot of health per second, I got to be very careful about getting hit, which I wasn't. But what we're gonna do is basically come through and kill all of the enemies first, because we can always collect items without the symbol of avarice on later. Now with that symbol of avarice, we do get an item discovery bonus. Whoops. So at this point, we've got the covetous silver serpent ring, the symbol of avarice, and we've got the billowing dragon crest ring just to make our fire, our pyromancies a little bit beefier. So he's gonna miss, and then at that point we can just wail on him. And once you get the souls for this, what we're gonna do is obviously switch out equipment. So the symbol of avarice and the silver covetous serpent ring stack, so you get 20% and then another 20%. And the only thing about these guys, it doesn't ever look like they drop any items. Due to just the sprite that they use for these guys, it's very difficult to see if you've actually gotten anything. But this is a typical drop. Twinkling Titanite and Purging Stones. Since Twinkling Titanite is a common drop, it's really easy to get 2 to 4 per run, and that way, basically, once you clear this area out, no armor you have should be, no special armor that you have should be less than +5. I mean, you can go through and basically beef up everything, which is what I've been doing just to see which armor's better than the next. But once you fight at the kiln of the first flame, or any level you do after this is kind of why I did this one first. My armor was always at +5 all the way across the board. So once we do that, and you could keep going back and forth and doing that, obviously, till you get sick and tired of it. What we're going to do is quickly warp to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. So basically, excuse me, basically what we're looking for are items. That gives us the ability to upgrade our armor to the max level. And this next guy that we fight, who's in the shortcut to Lost Izalith, is going to give us the ability to upgrade our boss soul weapons to their max level. So, and I've got to admit, there's probably quicker methods of getting just pure souls. That area with the man-eating shells, that's only going to give you around 8,500 souls. Actually, a little bit over that. And obviously, this area isn't exactly going to be stellar for souls with just one Titanite demon. If you're interested, these bugs, they carry sunlight metals, and they carry red Titanite slabs. If you need any of those items, you can get them here. But what we're going to do is face this Titanite demon, and thankfully he's facing away from us. So we're going to Equipment. That looks good. I'm not going to use the symbol of avarice because this guy actually can kill you if you get stupid. And I'm sometimes prone to doing that. Now we will come back through this area in a few minutes, and I will explain some of the things that are going on with those enemies that are down there at that time. But this is just kind of a soul run, item run. So if you just kind of walk up to this guy, you should be able to get 2 great fireballs off because he's facing the wrong way. So we're going to hit him there, hit him there. That's almost half of his hit points. Whenever he jumps, you can always hit him after that. Just be sure to block that and move in on him. Now this fight can be very difficult because of the area that you're in. Obviously, you don't want to roll off the side. That puts you in a whole bunch of other shit that you don't need to be into. But you get the Titanite catch pole is a rare drop. That Demon Titanite ×2 is that's the common drop. You get that every time you beat him. Now, this being Dark Souls, there are a few little issues with that. As much as I love Dark Souls, it is kind of a buggy game at times. And this guy, that Titanite demon, should come back every time you rest at a bonfire. Well, that's not always the case. And I found in this playthrough that if I rest right upstairs where I warped into, where the spider lady, the Chaos Sister is, I found that he won't come back if I do that. He will just not show up, which is great if you're wanting to do a run on Lost Izalith. You can actually beat him one time, then come up and get all your pyromancies back, and he won't be there. But it's not so good if you're actually wanting to farm. So for my playthrough, I've actually had to warp away to an area further away, which is why I'm going back and forth between the crystal caves in this area. So that was kind of a little run there. Those are just item runs. And like I say, these guys, there we go. They give you as many sunlight medals as you could use. So I'm assuming you can farm these guys if you want to join the Sun Brother Covenant. You can probably farm these guys to get the sunlight medals that you want. So what we're going to do is, now that we've beaten those 2 enemies, we're going to come back through this area and loop back around the stairs, and that will give us, I think, 6 of those fire-breathing demon statues to kill. And they're like 360 a pop with 1 soul item on. And they're pretty easy at this point to kill. So that may not give you a ton of experience. I certainly wouldn't use the symbol of avarice. You're not really getting enough souls to use it. So this is my late game run if I need items. Like I say, no armor will be worn that's not +5, and you should be able to upgrade obviously as many boss souls weapons as you want. If you don't do any of these runs, you could definitely get 1 boss soul weapon, which I've got right now, that Quelaag's Fury Sword, up to +5. I think you could probably get another one up to +2 or +3, and that's it. But thanks to this run, and I'll show you what we've done with the souls from this, we've actually gotten the Artorias Greatsword. Let's see, Force Weapon, Greatsword of Artorias. It's up to the max level now. Now that is actually very expensive. Most of these boss soul weapons are very expensive to upgrade. But the 5,000 souls is exactly what you get from that Titanite demon if you're not using any of the bonus soul items. So that's been a late game run. I'm going to cut away, and we've got to do one little thing in Blighttown in order for Siegmeyer of Catalina to show up in Lost Izalith. So what I'm going to do is cut here, and then when we come back, I'll be in Blighttown, and we'll get that part done. And then we'll take on Lost Izalith. I'll see you then. Hello, everyone. We are back in Blighttown, which is, as you know, my favorite place. One thing I wanted to mention from that item run piece in the beginning is the purging. Whoa, hello. The purging stones that you get from the rare drops for those man-eater shells. Those purging stones can actually be sold, quote unquote, to Kingseeker Framped, and he will give you 1,000 souls. Ooh, I'm in the swamp. Hold on. He will give you 1,000 souls a piece for those items. So, if you've befriended Kingseeker Framped, you can actually sell those items. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. And obviously, every Twinkling Titanite that you get saves you 8,000 souls. Now, there is Siegmeyer off that way. We're going to mosey over here. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, at this point, he's asleep, standing up somehow. So, we're going to wake him up.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
And so you get his shield.
Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn. The poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
Okay. So, at this point, this unlocks his appearance in Lost Izalith. And what we'll do is, once we get away from where those mosquitoes are, I think this is pretty safe over here. Can't see anything coming after me. That shield is... there. It's a pierce shield. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Freaking hate this area. Okay, what I'll do, because this is just going to get aggravating, is I will cut the video here, and then once we get back to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, I'll show you what that shield does before we go through Lost Izalith. Alright, I'll see you in a few. Okay, so now we're back in the shortcut to Lost Izalith. And one of the things I want to tell you about are these enemies down here. They are called bounding demons. And basically, their main attack is to jump up in the air and kind of land on you. Now, they were really annoying in the earlier versions of this game, but their aggro range has been greatly reduced, and so now they're not nearly as bad. You really, I think even if you're not taking the shortcut, you really only have to fight maybe one or two. Good news is, if you kill them, they are a one-off enemy, so if you kill them, they're done for the game. They can't actually damage themselves. So if you get 2 or 3 coming after you and you can find a safe place to stay, like say maybe in that tower right there, there's a good chance they could kill each other off. So that's good. Alright, let's see where we're at. Now, you've seen these guys before. They're nothing new. Basically, if you do come through this shortcut, you do want to kill off... Oh, wow. Like I say, if you do come through this shortcut, you do want to kill these guys off. Because if you get a group of them like this, and you can't back up into this chamber like I'm doing because that Titanite demon's throwing lightning bolts at you, then you can be in some serious trouble. Excuse me. Okay. Let me see if I can kill off all these guys before I start running after the Siegmeyer stuff. And there's another guy, yay. That was kind of a slow and painful way to do that. Now, if we go too far up here, we will actually run into a Daughter of Chaos. We don't want to do that just yet. Let's see if we can get the Siegmeyer stuff done. And then I might actually backtrack and go down to the bonfire. There is a bonfire in that lava area, and I do want to go there because there we go. There is a good chance that I will get killed in this boss fight. Now, see, obviously, if you look at these guys doing some kind of plunging attack, is not ideal. And what I should have done is gone to the bonfire first and restored my pyromancies. I think I screwed up big time. But that's okay. I can walk you through what happens if I totally bork this up. That guy's injured, so let's keep him around, baby. Now these 4 enemies will have to be killed. And it looks like I'm only going to get one of them. Okay, that one's pretty hurt. Let's unlock. Figure out how to get around to this freaking dude. Maybe I go around this way. These are the new enemies for this level. I think I can walk it. Well, maybe not. Okay, so basically what we've got to try to do is he's going to want to jump down in there and fight these guys. Now, obviously that's not the best idea in the world. But hopefully with 2 of them mostly dead. And this is worthless now. Let's do Poison Bite Ring. That is a swamp below. With all the fun stuff that's attached to it. Let's wait till my poison meter fills back up. So yeah, no plunge attacks on these guys. They do have a grab attack, which can be fairly dangerous. The problem with this is I'm supposed to keep this dude above 50%, which I think is going to be pretty difficult at this point in time. So you know what? We're not going to jump down there. That's not good. Damn it, don't tell me I'm trapped in here now. Oh shit. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to wing this, which is not gonna be good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump down in here and take on these 3 enemies. I have to keep him above 50% hit points if I want the continuation of this event. That's not looking too good right now, to be completely honest with you. But we're gonna give it a good college try and see what happens. Oh, he's asleep again. Great. Okay, this is where he goes stupid. Okay, I'm gonna jump in here before he does. Shit, and now I'm poisoned. Okay, how'd we do? Okay, so I screwed that up. And I get a speckled stone plate ring, which helps against, I want to say, fire, lightning, poison resistance. But that could have gone better. And there's one of them over here, so I'll have to fight him. The good news is they're not... Oh wow, that's a very long way down. Since we're already poisoned and down here, what I'm going to do is take you over here. Excuse me. There is a treasure chest over here. And this should be a slab, yeah. You can pretty much guarantee on a slab item being at the very last level of any given section. Okay, we're going to come over here and I'm going to have to walk around this. So yeah, that kind of sucks with Siegmeyer, but basically what would have happened is we would have met his daughter again at Firelink Shrine, and then we could have met them at Ash Lake, and I think he dies at the end anyway, and all you get is a Titanite slab, which, I mean, that sounds kind of callous, is all you get, but I mean, that really is the truth. Let's see, let's use that. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if we can find a way back up and out of here. Yeah, not being able to do plunging attacks on those guys kind of sucks. Oh wait, I left an item. Son of a bitch. We got poison again. What really sucks about this level is it's kind of a pain in the ass to get back up top. Let's see, I don't want to fall in this hole. Let's run over here. There shouldn't be anything on this side. All right. I think this is the branch that leads you, yeah, leads me out. Okay, so we're back up top. And obviously we've got one of these statues over here. We're just going to take care of him. Pretty easy. Now, I'm not quite sure where the Daughter of Chaos shows up. She may be here waiting for me. Okay, apparently not. She appears somewhere, I'd say about halfway up those steps. She is a pyromancy user. So if you've gone through this game as a pyromancer, you know kind of what to expect from her. And just like a player character pyromancer, she does have charges to her spells, so you don't have to worry about infinite fire attacks. You can wait her out, and then once she's exhausted her spells, she's pretty easy to defeat no matter what. She has very low poise and very low hit points. Okay, Soul of a Hero. That's a pretty good item. Okay, we're going to drop down and get... Oh, never mind. We're not going to get that. Screw it. We don't need that. That's a rare ring of sacrifice. Now, obviously, the biggest problem here is there's a lot of different enemies. We're going to drink up. But fortunately, these guys do seem to just wildly miss on attacks for no apparent reason. Like that guy, one of those guys just threw a flame that was nowhere near where I was standing. Which is good for me because I wasn't paying attention to my hit points and I could have gotten killed. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll hop back up here. Okay, so this is going to put us in the closest contact with these bounding demons, and what we need to do before we get there is first unequip that because we don't want to accidentally use it. We can take this poison bite ring off and we will change it for this orange charred ring, and we will put our Havel's ring on. So there's two little paths down, and what we're wanting to do is head straight across to that. I want to head straight across here. And we'll crack this. That's a secret door, or illusory wall. And we'll light the bonfire and rest here. Okay, so at this point it's a pretty easy trek back to where we were at, And as you can see, these bounding demons don't really aggro very close to you at all. Okay, you have to be exceedingly close to them. You have to pretty much hit them in order for them to aggro. So we're going to run across here. And we'll run back up our... And that can be kind of annoying because it's kind of difficult to see once you actually get in the lava where you're going. Let's see, we're at 16 minutes. And sometimes you get this little number right here where they get stuck on stairs and stuff like that. I hate to say that, that's a pretty common thing in Dark Souls. Ironically, you can use fire against them. Alright, so we take care of that, and we take care of this guy. So these guys aren't too bad, there's just a lot of them. Alright, there's one over here. So right now it's 5 slashes one-handed, 4 slashes two-handed. Just want to make sure that you're not surrounded. That's the worst thing. And thankfully that one over there is just going crazy. That's good. I can throw a fireball at him. Hit both of them. Excuse me. Two-hand and kill both of those off. There's one up above me there. Let this guy breathe fire. Oh, that was stupid. I didn't get far enough around him. That's my fault. Okay, so you've got one of those Chaos Eater things that kills Siegmeyer. Alright, so we've got everything there. There's not a whole lot of items in this level. One back around here. There are a few items out in that lava pool area. I don't generally go after them because it's, well, it's kind of suicide, but it's real easy to, you know, I said that the aggro range wasn't very large, but it is real easy to wander into an area and all of a sudden start being attacked. And now what I want to do is I want to change this out for my flame stone plate ring. And the reason I'm doing that is eventually I will fight the Daughter of Chaos. And like I say, she uses pyromancy, so. Oh, that's good. So we go in here. And now we're back where we were. So there is our Daughter of Chaos. And the good news is, once you hit her, it's pretty much downhill for her there. She does have a lot of hit points. A lot of hit points don't matter when you can't do anything about somebody else's attacks. Just back away. And there we go. Okay, obviously that leads to a boss fog. Now, if you are human at this point, once you start down this side of the bridge, you will be invaded by Kirk, the Knight of Thorns, and that's a storyline that I didn't quite go through. But if you defeat him all 3 times, his item set will be in the Daughter of Chaos bonfire area. Okay, so we get another pyromancy. And now we get to fight the boss. And this boss is kind of a puzzle boss. Excuse me. There are basically 2 different nodes on each side of the boss that you'll have to attack first, and one attack will destroy those nodes, and then that opens up an area in the middle where one attack will kind of destroy the heart of the bed of chaos. So that's the area coming up. I'm gonna put a little cut here because this video is starting to run a little long, and when we come back we will fight this boss probably 3 or 4 times. The good thing about this boss is any damage that you do will carry over to the next time you fight the boss. So it's just a matter of time with this boss. Nothing really too complicated other than that. So I'm going to put a cut here. We will see you next time. I hope everybody takes care.